so his character, can't believe you went in there. Now wash your hands, filthy bear. Actually, hold on. I think we actually do need to do something with the sink. Come to think of it. No? Okay. Oh, by the way, in order to... Oh, it's just automatic. Okay. Must have fluked it the first time. I pressed Z and thought that was what did it. Anyway, Steven's character was his main character in his story. This guy was basically akin to a god, or an equal measure of a god. He was like pretty much unbeatable. In fact, I'd sit here and we'd have like competitions to see how close I could come to beating his character as far as like my characters go, and we eventually saw that he's actually one of the subclass of characters in my story, which are pretty much almost godlike characters, and he's like a special breed of them. Anyway, so he toned his character down considerably for this. How many jiggies do we have? Hey, 7. Not bad. Just gotta figure out what the last ones are. Oh, I bet you one of them's in that cellar that we opened up. Yeah, I think it is. In fact, I think we'll head over there next. Anyway, so his character, he had a series of magic as well, but he never really developed his character fully for role-playing purposes. But he basically, what the? Ah! I'm being possessed again. I'm being possessed. And I hear a Jinjo. Wait. There we go. 1881, 1882. Huh, good years. Wait, what is that over there I saw? Aside from the ghost. I see a Jiggy. Huh? Well, this ghost won't see me. Try to get a better view of it. No, that's not gonna work. Ah! He saw me. So I'm thinking that Jinjo's in that X barrel, and the G's in that other one that we saw, that one in the far corner. So yeah, we just gotta figure out how to get that one. Anyway, I'm not even halfway through the story yet. Wow. Steven's character had an arm blade that could cut through dimensions, and so we kind of gave him like a warp technique. He was able to warp around. So basically, how that would work was we'd stand still while he walked around to the next position. But you can only do it like a limited number of times per battle. Like you had to go and recharge. Actually, I think we can. Yeah, we can go in the rose bush as a pumpkin. We just gotta be very, very careful. And I gotta pick where I want to go, because this is somewhat of a big area. This is somewhat of a big area for as far as the pumpkins go. Because now we kind of got this whole way opened up here. I don't think. Yeah, nothing happens as far as the red bushes go. But anyway, Steven's character had a teleport technique, and let me see what else. No, I'm not really sure what else he had. I can't remember, and I'm not even sure if we really did much focus on that, because that's kind of his thing for his character, that he had really fast agility and speed, which is kind of appropriate, because Steven had like some of the best agility out of the four of us. In fact, I think he did have the best agility. He was very agile and kind of a small person, not like short, not like Oh, what's politically correct now? Dwarf, midget, little person. I have no clue. He wasn't that at all. He's just like kind of. He's small. He's somewhat small. Somewhat small. You know, you have like tall people and small people. He was a small person. I was a tall person, of course. So anyway, so enough to talk about him. I think folks enough on him. Charlotte played a mage character. She loved her some mages. She actually played a character of hers that was a fan creation from Chrono Trigger. It was Magus's daughter, or Magus, however you say, however you pronounce it. I've always thought it was Magus, but apparently everyone else is saying it's Magus. I honestly don't know. Oh boy, I don't think we can get any more up here. So yeah, I think that was a complete waste of time. Anyway, her spells were basically revolved around Chrono Trigger spells. Basically, what Magus had, she had like dark matter and stuff like that. Dark matter, fire, and ice moves. I can't really remember what they all were. Then comes to Jake. Oh, I already said what his was. Never mind, I completely forgot. That's how... Hold up, I gotta look at this quick, cause that's not making sense how we get up there then. How do we get up there? How? Oh well. 3 jiggies, or 3 notes. Anyway, now that I got the long part done, I can get to the, closing this episode off for one, because this is like 20 minutes in. But anyway, basically our first, most of our stories weren't very interesting. The stories we did weren't very interesting. It was just kind of standard roleplay fare. But basically what we did, we kind of each came up with our own story and like integrated into the main plot. Steven's character had an overarching plot about trying to gather recruits to fight against this big bad, who was another one of the characters. Our stories, our universes mingled together. We kind of adapted it that way. And so we kind of set up to do that. Which actually helped him out quite a bit because he didn't have to think so hard to try to justify how pretty much a god could have trouble against the common person. His only advantage was I think at the time he created him was political gain. But anyway, his whole thing was he's building an army, getting like some of the best heroes he could find, and my guy Saber took place in the took his story from this. The whole story took place on his world, where the furries are fighting the humans, and so yeah, we kind of both our plots kind of integrated together throughout everyone else's. Jake's was very unoriginal. He kept popping up idea after idea and like changing ideas. I think he had ADD or something, if I remember correctly. Actually, I know for a fact he had ADD. He was one of those kind of people. Yeah, ADD, annoying and stupid. That's not a good combination. And so his stories are kind of just various different stories of other stories. Yeah, very unoriginal plots. And I'm trying to think of what Charlotte's story was. Her story was, I think, an adaptation of her own stories involving her character. And that it wasn't like trying to find her father or anything. which actually was the original intent of her fanfic. Actually, was her character discovering that Magus was her father and kind of getting used to that whole thing of having that guy as her father. If you don't know what I mean by that guy, yeah, crap. This guy's gotta stop. Jeez. Who the heck is that? Who the heck is that saucy mare? Saucy mare? Really? Is that? Anyway. That said, it's really weird. Her story was basically, I think, I'm trying to think. She had a rival or something that she needed to stop. I think that was kind of the subplot for her was the rivalry. And so yeah, like me and Steven both started off the plot with our main thing, and then they kind of did their thing. Like I said, Jake's story went on forever because he kept wanting to add more and wanting to change stuff and doing all this stuff, and we were like, ugh. We eventually just flat out put a stop to it and said, okay, you're done, we're done. Next plot. I'm kind of sad I didn't do his first. Huh? Oh, that's... Huh. Oh, that's... Anyway, I'm getting off subject here, and I've already let this video drag on too much. Like I said, Jake's story was pretty much just an amalgam of other stories from, like I said, at one point it involved Treants from Lord of the Rings. Yeah, how original do you have to be for that? Not very, I mean. So yeah, we eventually put a stop to his story and said, okay, your story's done. And we eventually closed it all off with one climactic battle, like we would all four of us would charge the big bad, and of course one of us had to stay behind or go the other direction to fight so we could fight the big bad, because one of us had to be the big bad, otherwise it wouldn't be nearly as fun. How do we get up there? We'll try looking through here real quick, seeing if there's... Nope. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, I opted to become the big bad, so my character kind of went off in his own direction and did some things while I played as one of the big bads. Actually, we all kind of had to do this. Everyone but Jake, because Jake would overpower himself easily. Because we came up with these guys off the top of our heads. Actually, I think I need to go back as a pumpkin for going to the well. But anyway, I actually opted to be the final bad we fought. Steven opted to be the first big bad, which was Charlotte's rival, whom she's been chasing after this whole time. So we did that, and we concluded her story arc, and then we concluded my story arc by me being the bad guy and having to see them fight a huge climactic battle. And actually, it's a pretty good battle for just the four of us coming up with ideas off the top of our heads. Basically, the big bad of this, basically what happened was an ancient evil unlocked that forced everyone to kind of side together. Well, if we weren't already on sides, and we kind of all gathered together and fought this big bad, and it just so happened her rival was part of the Legion, or joined the Legion. Charlotte's rival was part of the Legion, so yeah, we got her character done with first, because we knew that I knew that my guy had to be the big bad, and we ended up fighting. So Steven's character being able to rip holes through the universe, through the fabric of space and time, ripped a hole through the fabric of space and time, and we use that to our advantage as we holy crap! I see a Jiggy. And I see some Jinjos. Great. I think I can get under here. And, so he, like I said, so he ripped the fabric through space and time. And my big bad was just holding on for pretty much dear life. He had his blade stuck in the ground, holding on to it, and everyone else is just, like, circling around, like, oh, we gotta stop this guy. We gotta stop this bastard. He's gonna destroy the world. And so they do. They stop him, and they have to find someone to push him through the portal. So they all just kind of basically combined attacks, and Steven's character left the hole open so they could absorb it. He's going to close it afterwards, and they pretty much unleashed. This is like pretty much this is like very, very action movie-esque. Like, they started battle like my guy was dominating, which is kind of like how it was supposed to be. And my bad guy had this one attack I called repel, which basically, if timed correctly, you could repel any physical attack. And like they'd go to attack and I would time perfectly, hold my hand out straight and shout repel. And so they'd like fall back in that kind of style. It's actually everyone did it very well. Even Jake, which I was actually very surprised at he did an impressive job role playing. I will give him that much. That's about all I can give him. And and anyway, it finally ended off like, man, we can't beat this guy. We gotta find somebody to beat him. And Steven's character, it's so hard saying. I don't want to mention their names because I don't want to piss my friends off by saying and by them saying like, oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. I didn't want you to tell anyone about my characters. And we ended up doing the whole thing, like I said. Steven's character created the portal, and my guy like slammed the blade down. He couldn't really. He could also repel magic attacks as well. I shouldn't have said physical attacks. He could also repel magic attacks to a degree. He'd still, but I made it a little harder for him to do that one because the only person who threw any real magic attacks was Charlotte's character, and her attacks, aside from the basic ones, she had dark matter, which is an all-range move. You can't really block an area of effect, an AOE move. For those of you who don't know what an AOE is, that's a role-playing term for an attack that hits a specific area and every area around it. Like you have single attacks which target a single person, and then you have magic attacks, and you have AOE which attacks like a group of people, or an area that as long as these people are in it, they get affected. And dark matter just happens to be one of those moves. Oh, okay, so that's how that works. You can't hit the X one. Okay. Okay, so that makes sense. Anyway, back to what I was saying. We got a nice Jiggy, yay! I might as well go ahead and finish this video. Finish up this area, because I think we only have one more Jinjo left. Yeah, oh no, 2. Hey, where's the last one then? Oh crap, I hope it wasn't in the toilet. You know, in the bathroom. I gotta get those NCS references out right now, because this is the only time you'll hear me say those. Yeah, in a 40-minute video.